you were born in...
Charming Street.
Yeah, you were born in Charming Street in Moorabbin.
Yes. Went to school at Bentley, St Paul's School. Helped to milk the cows.
Did you have your own cow?
Yes.
You had your own cow?
Yes,
yeah?
yes. We had a couple all together by the time we'd finished.
So there was you and Papa and Nana.
Yes.
And then there was your brother...
Yeah, John.
And your sister Bernadette.
Yeah.
And you lived down in Charming Street?
Yes.
Who else lived in your street?
Mrs McIntosh.
Yeah.
But she had Alan as a very sick boy. He couldn't walk. And he was...
So he was your next door neighbour, wasn't he?
Yes.
So he sat on the front porch.
Yes, he did. Yes.
And just watched all the kids play in the street.
Yeah. Which was nice to be able to go and sit with him, because he used to go, like this sort of thing, because that was all that he could really get out.
Yeah. So then when he used to sit on the porch, didn't you used to go in and talk to him and play with him?
That's right.
Yeah. And then when you used to play with the other kids in the street,
yes.
What sort of games did you play in the street?
Oh, we played hoppy and football and you name it, cricket, everything.
Yeah.
And then my dad made up a big pool with canvas around it, and the children all come in to have a swim, and we used to watch out for them all the time. Yeah. We had family across the road, and they had quite a large family. One of their boys was very sick. He's had paralysis.
Did Pop have a car?
No, we had a horse and what do you call it? The
horse and cart, a jinker.
Yes. That's
do you
right.
remember how old you were when you got the first car?
Oh, I know, they were really very young kids, and we thought it was wonderful. Yeah. But see, the Mangans all hopped in and sort of saw what we got and all the rest of it, so that was the other side of Mum's family. Yeah. And they always sort of came around and came down with little gifts and that to give us, and that used to give us a horse ride. Yes.
It's hard to believe that you used to ride a horse in this area, don't you reckon?
Jinkers were all the go.
Yeah.
They just went, everybody had them those days. Yeah. Because they couldn't afford cars and the petrol and everything. Yeah. And we all had paddocks around us, so it didn't
you either
matter.
Rode a horse or rode the train.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you had to.
Well, when you used to walk to school, you used to walk from down in Charming Street?
Yes, up over the Fina Highway near the hotel there, and then we walked down to Jasper Road and walked up Jasper Road.
And what did you used to pass? Like it was all paddock?
Yeah, but it was a big dam.
A big dam?
Yes.
Okay.
And that used to be worried to a lot of people. But they filled it in, fortunately, now, and it's not been opened anymore.
So it was paddocks with what on it? Was it?
Just cows and that's about all.
Dairy cows?
Yes. Well, people had just put their cows on the paddock and pegged them down so that they couldn't wander.
Poor cows.
Yeah, I know, but there was plenty of grass there. They never went, loose, and especially people would bring hay for them. And the vegetable man at the shop, he'd always give them the ones that were, on the
vegetables.
move. Yes, if they'd been too long, and because that was better than nothing for food.
Yeah. So what the veggie? What the greengrocer used to take the old veggies to the cows.
Yes.
Gamels.
Okay. Their name was. Yeah.
Who was that?
Gamels.
Gamels.
Yeah, and the people that ran the butcher shop were the Jobsons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie Jobson. Families.
What are the naughty things you got up to with the kids in the street?
We weren't that naughty. We never had time to think about it. The only thing we didn't like was somebody coming from somewhere else who was going to play up against us. And then we got very nasty.
What, in the game, like cricket or whatever?
No, just telling them to get home.
Yes, they weren't very politically correct in those days.
We had a policeman and his daughters, and they used to come down and mix with us. Yeah. So we used to always try and say to them, well, if you do something wrong, we'll just report you to so-and-so's mother or father.
Was anyone known as the bad boy or the bad girl of the area?
There were a couple of them because they were jealous, I think, because we had a group of all young children and they used to think that they should be in on it. but some of them were quite rude and nasty people. Well, somebody lit fire one day in the paddock, and it was quite large grass, and it was bone dry, and just took off like fury, and we had to run with the hose and get somebody to come and help us, and screech, screech, screech went on for a few hours.
Did the fire brigade come?
Yes, they did, yes. Well, they had the old butcher up there with Jobson, and he could see what was going on when we all started screaming. So they got the police to come down quickly in the fire cart and hosed down all the paddock as much as they could, yes.
So didn't your street used to flood as well?
Yes, it did, yes. Well, it seemed, because we were on the side of a hill sort of thing, the water ran into the pool, more or less. It was open, and drains and that.
Yes, that was your pool, the open drain.
Yes, but we used to play because we thought we were good, because we could swing a fishing line into the water and you wouldn't get anything, but we used to always hope that there would be a fish on the other end.
Silly
so
bugger.
we'd have a tin fish instead.